Coronation Street crisis as multiple stars quit over fears won't survive. Coronation Street is in crisis after multiple exits and shock axing. The ITV soap marked its 60th anniversary just over 4 years ago, but there are real fears the soap is in crisis after multiple exits and axes, with fan favorites like Eileen Grimshaw, Sue Cleaver, and Daisy Midgley, Charlotte Jordan, all leaving the show. Late last year, new show boss Kate Brooks warned of some unexpected exits ahead. She warned, "There are a few exits this year, and some unexpected ones that will send shockwaves. People might not expect the exits, but there are a few." In just the last few weeks, there have been a huge wave of exits and shock axes, and also reports of frustrated Coronation Street stars fuming over the changes in secret WhatsApp groups. It had been claimed that some were fuming over it being less fun on the set, with cast reportedly working longer days, and a focus on keeping the highest-paid stars. Gail departed the cobbles on Christmas Day, alongside recently returned Jess Chadwick. Helen decided to quit the show after a hopping 5 decades on screen. At the time her exit was announced, Helen admitted it was the perfect time to go. Speaking about her exit, which saw Gail get her happy ending and move to France, she said, "This year felt like the perfect time to leave the show after celebrating 50 years in the most wonderful job on the most wonderful street in the world. I made the decision at the start of the year and spoke to the producers who were very kind and understanding. I have been truly blessed to have been given the most incredible scripts week in, week out, and to have worked with fantastic actors, directors, and a brilliant crew. The past 50 years have flown by, and I don't think the fact that I am leaving has quite sunk in yet." Gail's rival and Corrie icon Sue Cleaver is also bidding farewell to the cobbles after 25 years. Explaining her decision to leave the show, Sue teased a potential return. Expressing her desire to make a change, she said, "I've had 25 privileged years of working on Coronation Street. The door is still firmly open, but as I reached my 60th year, I decided it was time to embrace change, look for new adventures, and live fearlessly." As part of her exit storyline, Katie Kavanagh is making her return as Julie Carp. She said, "We've literally started filming that. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be hard. I've got a lot of friends there. I will still have a connection to it." Coulson was one of the big names to be axed from Coronation Street after 14 years on the show. Speaking on his podcast with friends and colleagues Jack P. Shepard and Ben Price, he said, "The hardest bit was walking down the stairs knowing you two were there. I just stood in the doorway of the green room and just looked at you two. The thing I'm going to miss more than anything in the world isn't Craig Tinker, it's the green room. I have learned everything about life in that building. Every good day I've had in my life and every bad day I've had in my life, I've been in there." Coulson found out last year he'd be leaving the show. In a post on social media, he added, "Autumn last year, I was told that Craig Tinker's time on the cobbles is to come to end in 2025. I've loved every single second of my 14-year stay as a resident on the greatest street in the world. I feel incredibly lucky to have grown up in, on and around Coronation Street. I've learned pretty much everything about life from the people who call it home. I'm excited to play out the exit story for our Craigie. For me, this is just the end of the beginning. I genuinely can't wait to see what Chapter 2 has in store for me. Long alive the egg to ho be bellies." Mason bowed out of the ITV soap in tragic scenes to kick off the new year on the cobbles. He had planned to run away to Germany to work with Stu Carpenter, who also recently left, but in sad scenes, his brothers killed him with a knife in a fight. Speaking about his big exit storyline, Luca had said, "Of course, when I first heard, there was a mixture of emotions because I was sad that Mason was going to die, and that means I would be leaving. But equally, I was really excited and honored to be part of this storyline because it's an incredibly important issue that needs to be tackled. I feel so privileged to have had this opportunity to start my professional career at Coronation Street, and what a great time I've had. His final scenes were exhausting to film, with Luca admitting, "It was exhausting to film, but amazing. I was so focused, and a storyline like this is what you crave as an actor. I love the long days and working my butt off and even filming outside in the cold."